Osho, The Messiah, Volume 2, Reflections on Khalil Gibran's The Prophet, given at the Osho Commune International, Pune, India. Discourse number 5.
Commentaries by Bhagwan Sri Rajneesh on Khalil Gibran's The Prophet. Beloved Bhagwan. And a man said, "Speak to us of self-knowledge." And he answered, saying, "Your hearts know in silence the secrets of the days and the nights, but your ears thirst for the sound of your heart's knowledge. You would know in words that which you have always known in thought. You would touch with your fingers the naked body of your dreams. And it is well you should. The hidden wellspring of your soul must needs rise and run murmuring to the sea, and the treasure of your infinite depths would be revealed to your eyes. But let there be no scales to weigh your unknown treasure, and seek not the depths of your knowledge with staff or sounding line. For self is a sea, boundless and measureless. Say not, I have found the truth, but rather, I have found a truth. Say not, I have found the path of the soul. Say rather, I have met the soul walking upon my path. For the soul walks upon all paths. The soul walks not upon a line, neither does it grow like a reed. The soul unfolds itself like a lotus of countless petals.
I really feel sad and sorry whenever I have to criticize a man so beautiful in many ways, like Khalil Gibran. I love him tremendously. And it's because of my love I have the right to criticize. It is because of my love I cannot support him when he is not right. And there are many times when he is not right. And he cannot be right. So I also feel compassion. He has the capacity, potentiality to go much higher, but he knows not the way. He remains most of the time a poet, a dreamer. His poetry is beautiful, his dreams are beautiful, but they are not the truth we are speaking. I wonder sometimes, perhaps, his great capacity to express prevented him to experience. And it will not be possible for his readers to point where he is walking on the earth and where he is flying in the sky. But I have walked on the earth and I have gone to the farthest end possible to man, in the heights, in the depths. He has only dreamt about. Alas, if he was not such a good poet, perhaps he may have searched the truth. It is a very extraordinary case. There are men who have found the truth and remain silent because they don't know how to express it. Khalil Gibran is just the opposite. He has not found the truth, but he is capable of expressing. And for the humanity which lives in darkness, even his poetry appears as if it is coming from the source of self-knowing. It is not so. And you will see why I am saying that it is not so. And the man said, speak to us of self-knowledge. First thing to be noted, do you see the difference when a woman asks and when a man asks? A woman asks about that which is intimate, close. She is deeply rooted in the earth. Man is a vagabond. He is curious about many things. He wants to know everything. The woman is satisfied to know few essential things which will transform her being. But man's curiosity knows no limits. The very question shows that the man is not a meditator. He is not even aware that nobody can speak about self-knowledge. He seems to be a learned scholar. This is exhibitionism. How he can ask about ordinary mundane things? His question should show to the world that here is a man who is asking a question which is the most important. this very question may befool the ignorant. To me, it exposes him and his ignorance. And he answered, saying, your hearts know it in silence. The secrets of the days and the nights. Khalil Gibran never goes deeper than the heart. And the heart is not you. And the heart cannot contain self-knowledge. It is better than the head. But self-knowledge means going beyond both mind and heart, going both beyond thinking and feeling. And only then you know what silence is. Neither the mind knows silence, it is a marketplace, nor the heart knows silence because it is so full of emotion, sentiment. You don't hear them because the heart can only whisper. It is not so articulate because it has not been educated. Mind has been trained to express. The heart has been ignored. I cannot agree with him as far as his continuous emphasis on the heart continues. The heart is a midway station. It is not the terminus. The terminus is your being. There the road ends because there is nowhere else to go now. And the man is asking about self-knowledge, and the answer is not consistent to the question. Your hearts know in silence the secrets of the days and the nights. That is not the question. The secrets of the day and the nights is not self-knowledge. Perhaps unconsciously, he himself does not realize that his answer is off the wall. But your ears thirst for the sound of your heart's knowledge. I feel hurt myself when I say that sometimes his statements are stupid. But your ears thirst for the sound of your heart's knowledge. The thirst is in the being, not in the ears. Ears are thirsty only for curiosity. They don't mean much. And how the heart can speak to the ears, because the heart itself does not know who you are. Yes, the heart can give you beautiful dreams. And those beautiful dreams can become the greatest hindrance in your pilgrimage towards the truth, because you will start believing in those dreams. And Khalil Gibran seems to be believing in those dreams. They may be beautiful, and you may feel now there is no need to go ahead. You have found such a beautiful space. Remain here. But you are not the heart. Still the heart is part of the body, and you are only a witness. Just as you were a witness of the outside world, of your mind and its constant traffic of thoughts, you have gone a little deeper. Now you are thinking, I have arrived. The heart is not going to fulfill. Soon you will be tired of those dreams, because they are non-substantial. They cannot nourish you. You will have to go still deeper, till it becomes impossible to go further, because there is no way. You have come to the end. Only then you know who you are. Poets sing about it, dream about it, write about it, but it is all just describing the moon, looking at the reflection of the moon in the lake. It looks like the moon, but it is not the moon. And if you jump in the lake to be more closer to the moon, it will disappear. A disturbed lake cannot reflect the moon. Neither the disturbed heart can create beautiful poetries. Very satisfying to people who have always lived in the ugly world of the mind. The heart is certainly a step towards self-knowledge, but it is not self-knowledge. You will know in words that which you have always known in thought. this statement is simply crazy. Because the truth has never been known in words. And the truth has never been formulated in thoughts. Thought belongs to the mind and words also belong to the mind. Mind can philosophize. The heart is a poet. But the home of the mystic is in your being, where thoughts, words, emotions, all are left behind and forgotten. People ordinarily think, and it appears as if it is very rational, that silence means no thoughts, no words, no noise. This is a negative perception about silence. You are not saying anything about silence. Silence has its own positive existence, much more solid, much more valuable, a part of eternity. Silence is not a thought or an absence of thought. Because when you see the absence of your thoughts and dreams, they have simply gone to sleep. You can be deceived by their absence as silence, but this silence will be empty. There will be no dance in it, no blissfulness in it. It will be the silence of the graveyard, because the people who have died cannot speak. But that does not mean that the dead have attained to silence. A silence in its real positive existence is almost a music. It is the silence of a garden where flowers without words are sending messages to other flowers. Scientists have discovered that perhaps bees have a certain kind of language. We cannot understand it, but their behavior shows that there must exist a communication system different than ours. And this is a research of years. Scientists were puzzled. One bee will go to find out the garden where flowers are available, and then the bee will come back and she will have a dance before other bees. And in a strange way, all the bees will reach to the garden. In the dance of the bee, she has spoken, but scientists are still unable to find how she can indicate the direction, the distance, what kind of flowers. And she will continue to dance till all the bees have moved to the garden. The first bee will reach there as the last one. Sometimes the first bee may not find flowers. Again, she will dance. It is very difficult for us to make the difference between two dances. And no bee will come out, and no bee will go in any direction. She has communicated that there are no flowers around. Not a single word has been uttered. And with our very sophisticated instruments, we have not been able to make the difference between two dances. To us, they look absolutely the same, but there must be a difference. Because all other bees have understood. Silence is not only absence of words and thoughts. Silence is a living music, dance, a song that is not composed of words. That is the way of the heart. And if you are in deep love with someone, the hearts will start a deep communion of which the mind will never become aware, because the mind cannot understand silent messages. It cannot understand a music that is arising without instruments. And it cannot understand the dance, which cannot be seen. But another heart has the capacity. And this is the secret of the East. Just sitting in the feet of of your masters, nothing is said and everything is conveyed. The mind is not even aware that a great communication, a communion is happening. But still the silence of the heart although a great step towards self-knowledge is not in itself self-knowledge. It simply opens the door for the roads that goes to self-knowledge. You would know in words, this is absolute nonsense. No mystic anywhere in the world will agree with this, that you will know in words. Which you have always known in thought. This is how philosophy functions, but not mysticism. Philosophy is nothing but words and thoughts. Mysticism is totally a different world, a different dimension. You would touch with your fingers the naked body of your dream. That's where words go on missing. They are hypnotized by their own words. And they hypnotize millions of people by their words, which are nothing but lullabies. You would touch with your fingers. Can you think of anything more nonsensical? Self-knowledge is touched by your fingers. It is reduced in an object. And if you can touch it by fingers, you can drag it out and show it to others too. If fingers can touch it, then the fist can carry it out and convince everybody that yes, you have a soul. But who will do this? The soul is in your hands. Body cannot in any way know its own interiority, because it does not belong to it. Your soul simply lives in the body. The body is nothing but a house. And not only you will be able to touch, this statement becomes so absurd. You will be able to touch even the naked body of your dream. Dreams don't exist. Dreams are only non-existential desires which you have not been able to fulfill. Dreams are like mirages in the desert. From far away, you see a beautiful oasis. Not only your eyes are deceived, your reasonability is also deceived. Because you can see the water, the lake, and your logic is convinced because the trees standing on the bank of the lake are reflected in water. If there is no water, in the sands, trees cannot be reflected. But as you come closer, the mirage starts disappearing. And when you reach, trees are there, but there is no lake, no water. It was created only by the sun rays. When they start returning from the sands, they create the illusion of a lake. You can see even waves in the lake. Because those rays are returning, wavering. But when you are standing on the spot, you will not find anything. So are your dreams. And dreams are not self-knowledge. He has fallen into the same trap as Sigmund Freud. He also used to think that if we can understand all the dreams of men, there is nothing more to understand. You have understood the man's very being. But these people never think for a single moment, who are you? Who is understanding the dreams? Certainly, a dream cannot understand another dream. It has never been heard that a dream can analyze another dream. And as you wake up, where all your dreams disappear? Are they realities? Then you can dissect the man and you will find his dreams hiding somewhere within him. But no dream has been ever found. A dream is just the opposite of the truth. That's why I say this is the most absurd statement made by Khalil Gibran. and it is well you should. Go to the heart, touch your dreams, the poet has stopped halfway. Neither he is a Zorba nor he is a Buddha. He is just a gap between the two, empty and of no meaning, of no substance. I say unto you, it is not well that you should do such a thing. The hidden well spring of your soul must needs rise and run murmuring to the sea. How the soul has come suddenly in. To him, the heart and the soul are synonymous. They are not. The heart keeps the body alive, but not the soul. The soul knows only one nourishment, and that is not material. It is the positive silence, the positive serenity, the positive ecstasy. The hidden well spring of your soul must needs rise and run murmuring to the sea. There is no need for the soul to go anywhere, murmuring and running. These are the ways of the mind and the heart. The soul is already part of the sea. The moment you reach to your soul, you are for a great surprise. That your soul is not only your soul, it is the universal soul. The body was yours. The mind belonged to the society. The heart belonged to your biology, chemistry, physiology. The soul belongs to the eternal life. It is part of it. It has not to go anywhere. But poetically it looks very beautiful. The hidden well spring. Your soul must needs rise and run murmuring to the sea. It is the sea itself. And the treasure of your infinite depths would be revealed to your eyes. It is absolutely impossible. Your eyes can see only objects. They can see only matter. And by the way, I should remind you that the English word matter and the French word meter come from a Sanskrit root, matra, quantity. That which can be measured cannot be infinite. He is saying, and the treasure of your infinite depth would be revealed to your eyes. Your eyes can see only outward because objects are measurable. That's why we call them matter. But your being is immeasurable. It is not matter. It is a quality, not a quantity. Can you touch love? Can you measure love? And when you propose to a woman, do you mention exactly how many kilos of love you have for her? Hearing you, the woman will start running, that this man seems to be mad. He is saying, I love you 20 kilos. Qualities cannot be measured. Or I love you 20 miles long. No method of measurement is possible. And the infinite treasure of your depths, he is saying, will be revealed to your eyes. The body cannot see the soul. Your eyes belong to the body. Hence it is possible, and it has happened, that blind men who have no eyes have come to self-knowledge. Because eyes are not needed. Hands are not needed. You can cut the hands, but that is not going to prevent the person to know himself. A beautiful story very ancient of the days when Upanishads were written, is about a man a young man was tremendously intelligent, but he had a body which was so ugly One hand was long, one hand was small, one eye was missing, even legs were not of the same length. There was happening a great discussion in the court of the king. And the father of the young man, a well-known learned scholar, had gone to participate. But discussions never come to a conclusion, particularly discussions of scholars and the so-called learned people. If two enlightened persons meet, discussion never starts. Looking into each other's eyes, the conclusion has happened. So it was getting late. The mother of the boy told him, "You should go and see what is happening and ask your father. The food is ready and getting cool." He went. He was a strangely crippled man. His name was Astavakra. He was almost like a camel, or perhaps worse. Astavakra means he was in 8 places of his body. Strangely bent. The hand was not straight. In the middle, there was a bend. He could not keep his head straight because his neck was bent. He was certainly made for some circus, carnival, some museum. And all the enlightened people were in the court. And as he entered the court, everybody started laughing. They have never seen such a strange creature. But he was immensely intelligent and finally became one of the great awakened people of the world. The same height as Gautam Buddha. When they all were laughing and joking about him, and his father felt ashamed that why he has come here, he went directly to the king and he said, "It seems you have gathered shoemakers here, chamhar, that is the word people who work on leather. Disperse all these idiots. They can only see my skin, my body. They are blind. They don't have any heart. no love, no compassion, and they are talking about self-knowledge, self-realization. What the self has to do with the body? There was great silence because whatever he has said was absolutely true. And he said, I had come here not to see all these shoemakers. I have come just to find my father. My mother is waiting. The king himself was so much impressed because neither he felt ashamed, neither shocked, but the statement he made was far more important than all these learned people had been discussing about. I am not my body, and these people can see only the body. If they had any self-knowledge, they would not have laughed. Looking at my body, they would have felt the presence of a man who is enlightened. And the whole conference was dissolved. And the king told Astavakra, from tomorrow you come and teach me. Prepare me. I want to be your disciple. In the book Astavakra Gita, the song of Astavakra, are compiled the statements that he made to the king. Each statement is a diamond, invaluable. And the treasure of your infinite depths would be revealed to your eyes. No. Treasure is revealed when you have forgotten your eyes, your ears, your body, your mind, your heart. It is self-luminous. It is self-evident. It does not need the eyes to witness that yes, this is the self. What the eyes know. But let there be no scales to weigh your unknown treasure. He has got into a fix. Because I have told you, he is capable of rising to the heights, but most of the time he is capable only to walk. He is like a peacock, so beautiful, carrying a rainbow in his tail. such brilliant colors nature has not given to anybody else. He has wings, but he cannot fly high like an eagle. He can hop from one tree to another tree, from one house to another house. While he is hopping from one house to another house, from one tree to another tree, between the two trees, he is free from the gravitation of the earth, and he has great insight. But soon he is sitting again on a tree. On the one hand, he says, and the treasure of your infinite depths would be revealed to your eyes. And on the other hand, immediately he hops to another tree. But let there be no scales to weigh your unknown treasure. Because he must have felt what he is saying. Eyes can see only objects which are miserable. He corrects himself in time and quickly. But let there be no scales to weigh your unknown treasure. And seek not the depths of your knowledge with staff or sounding line. For self is a sea boundless and measureless. He has corrected himself. But again, say not, I have found the truth, but rather, I have found the truth. It looks humble, full of understanding, but it is only an appearance. Reading his sentence, I was thinking he will say not, I have found the truth. I thought he is saying that I, the ego, the self, cannot find the truth. And I thought he will say that truth has found me. Or he would say, I have not found the truth because I is a barrier. Truth has been found, but I have lost my eye. Then it would have been a profound statement. But he had something else in his mind. He says, but rather, I have found a truth. He was denying not the I. He was changing the truth by a truth. And again missed the target, because truth is always the truth. A truth. That means there are many truths. How can there be many truths? There can be many lies, but there cannot be many truths. Truth has to be one. It has to be the truth. Hence I say to you, say not, I have found the truth, but rather, truth has been found, but I have lost myself. I and truth cannot coexist. The I is your self, false, manufactured by the society. In the light of the truth, all darkness is bound to disappear. In the fire of the truth, all that is false is going to be burned. Say not, I have found the path of the soul. Say rather, I have met the soul walking upon my path. To understand Khalil Gibran is troublesome unless you are very alert, unless you have reached to profounder depth than him. Otherwise you will be deceived. His words are golden. The first statement was absolutely wrong. There is only one truth. There are not many truths. So the question of finding a truth does not arise. The truth of Gautam Buddha and the truth of Bodhidharma and the truth of Tilopa and the truth of Naropa, it is the truth. The seekers are many, but the sought is one. And the beauty of seeking is, closer you come to the sought, you start melting and disappearing. But in the second statement, he has again a very deep insight. Say not, I have found the path of the soul. Say rather, I have met the soul walking upon my path. I am the path at the most, and I have found the soul walking upon my path. There is a very beautiful story, but never interpreted rightly. In 5,000 years, I have told you about Krishna and his insistence to his disciple Arjuna to fight the war with his cousin brother. Because it is cowardly for a warrior of the quality of Arjuna people will call you an escapist. He did not know the word hippie, otherwise he would have used the word hippie. Because hippie means the escapist, one who has sown his hips to the society and forgot. Ran away seeing the troubles and problems. The word hippie comes from hips. He persuaded finally in a very fascist way, seeing that his arguments are not working, he said, it is God's will that you should fight. And don't be worried about violence, because the soul never dies. And don't be worried about being defeated, because I can see the enemies are just waiting for their death. Just a little push and the corpses will be on the earth. So it is going to be a simple job. Don't be worried. And don't be a coward. Follow God's will, and God will be behind you. This is not argument. This is just exploiting the belief of God that has been forced into the mind of Arjuna from the very beginning. The war happened, millions of people died. But you are not here forever. The day came when all the 5 brothers, Arjuna and his 4 brothers, and 1 wife, that is a rare case in the whole history of the world. There are men who had many wives, but Draupadi is the only woman in the whole world who had 5 husbands. But don't think that it was out of respect or love. No. In those days, particularly the kings, their daughters, used to choose a certain device to find their husband. It was a trust in nature. So a great crowd of princes and kings had gathered. Draupadi was so beautiful. She was Krishna's sister. And she had chosen a very complicated device. The device was a steel fish hanging by the ceiling and moving continuously that you could not see the fish, you could only see a circle because the fish was moving so fast. And underneath on the ground there was a beautiful pond made, silent, without any waves inside the palace. And Draupadi has declared that whoever looking at the fish in the pond, the reflection of the fish, and throws his arrow without seeing the real fish, which is fast moving, if he can kill the iron fish, destroy it, then she is going to marry that man. So many kings tried, but it was such impossible job. Even if they were going to destroy that fish, which was moving like a fan, fast, you cannot see the wings of the fan, just only a round circle. It was impossible even to directly destroy the fish. Even the best archer would not have been able to do that. But the condition was almost impossible. You have to look into the pond, and your arrow has to look towards the real fish. And looking at the pond, the reflection, you have to destroy the fish. By a single arrow, there is no second chance. Hundreds of princes who thought they are great archers were so nervous. They have never thought that such a device has to be faced. You never participated because it is impossible. Arjuna managed. He was the greatest disciple of a master archer, Dronacharya. So he won Draupadi's hand. But the four brothers who had also gone felt very jealous. Arjuna was not the eldest brother. The eldest brother was famous all over India as the most virtuous man. But it was not a question of virtue. You have to know archery. Another brother, Bhima, was known to be the greatest wrestler of the times, but it was not a question of wrestling either. You have to be an archer, and an archer of unique genius. All the brothers were very much angry. They were not happy what has happened. They knew that they cannot defeat Arjuna in archery. But the device was not declared before. That was part of the game. When you have reached, the device was declared. Immediately all the remaining 4 brothers thought that we are finished. Only Arjuna participated. But there was no need of participation of anybody else. He finished it. He got Draupadi. But when they reached home, their mother was inside the house, and Arjuna knocked on the door and said, "Mother, just open the door and see what a gift I have brought for you." And the mother said, "I will see later on. You divide the gift amongst your brothers first." She was not aware that it was a woman. And the obedience to mother, to father, to parents was such a conditioning that all the 4 brothers were immediately happy. They said, "This is good." So in a week, Draupadi will be the wife for one day to one brother, another day to another brother, and 2 days she will have her weekend. When the mother opened the door, she was shocked what she had said. But it was too late. They had already decided how to divide, with a condition that when one brother is having the wife, no other brother can enter in their private chambers. Again, the woman is hot, almost a thing. You can divide it. You can force her to have 5 husbands. The time came of their death. They all died. And this is the story that I wanted to tell you. Because without this introduction, you would not have been able to understand. When they died, they started moving towards the heaven. It is so high, and the snow becomes thicker and thicker. And by, one brother fell. and was lost in the snow. The other brother fell. The wife fell. Only Yudhishthira, who was known the very virtuous man, and his dog reached to the gate of the heaven. The doors were opened, but the gatekeeper said, "You can come in. No dog has ever been allowed in heaven." But Yudhishthira said, "My brothers, my wife have all melted and disappeared into the snow. This dog is far more virtuous, and he has been my companion to the very last. I cannot leave him out." "Then you can close your doors. I am not also going to be in." The doorkeeper was in trouble. He inquired his boss, and he said, "Let both of them come in, because Yudhishthira is a man of his word. If he has said, we both will go together, or we will both remain out. And to leave Yudhishthira out, we will be in trouble soon. Once God hears it, the whole bureaucracy from the police commissioner of Pune to God will be in trouble. It is better what that dog can do, and that dog certainly seems to be far more virtuous than his brothers and his wife." They were allowed in. This way it has been always interpreted, that if you are virtuous, even if you are a dog, the heaven has to open its doors. But if you are not virtuous, even if you are the greatest archer of the world, Arjuna, the greatest wrestler of the world, Bhima, it does not matter. These qualities are not counted. You will disappear on the way, evaporate completely. This is the Hindu interpretation of the story. But I have always been unconvinced of the interpretation. My own interpretation is based on my inner experience, that as you come closer to your real heaven, the paradise of your being, you start melting and disappearing. In fact, only that dog and Yudhishthira did not melt and reach simply so. They don't have any understanding of what the search of truth is. Of course, the dog is not interested in truth. So there was no need for him to disappear. He would have passed truth or may have pissed on it. He is not concerned about truth. Find a good place, he would have pissed without hesitation. And Yudhishthira, although Hindus say is a very virtuous man, I don't consider him. They call him Dharmaraj, the king of religion. I don't consider him at all a religious person, because he was a gambler to the point that he lost his whole kingdom all his treasures, and finally the only possession left, which was also not his whole possession. 5 brothers were the owners of Draupadi. He staked his wife also and lost his wife too. Strange people, they call this man the king of religion. Who had no compassion, no respect for a human being, his own wife. My feeling is that these 2 people reached whatever gate it was, most probably a fake gate, just like fake police officers coming here to listen, fake police officers coming to the ashram. It is very easy to find a uniform or borrow from a friend. They must have reached to a fake gate. It was not heaven. The real people who were virtuous and particularly Arjuna, who never wanted the war, and just because Krishna insisted that it is God's will, reluctantly he participated in it. And even though victorious, he was not happy. He was never known to smile again, because he had killed all his friends, relatives. Either he had killed them because they were participating from the other side, or the other side had killed them if they were participating from his side. With his sadness, he lived, and he wanted to go to the Himalayas to renounce this whole nonsense and just meditate. But Krishna is the criminal of the whole massacre that happened, because without Arjuna there was going to be no war. When all his 4 brothers would have dropped the idea. Without Arjuna, they were not going to win it. He was the man to bring victory. My interpretation is that as you come close to truth, you start melting and disappearing. Truth is found, but you are lost. Say not, I have found the truth of the souls. Say rather, I have met the soul walking upon my path. We are path. And if we allow the God to walk on, that's what religion should need. If we allow existence to enter into us without any resistance, but with deep welcome, then a very beautiful statement Khalil Gibran is making. We are the path upon which our soul or the soul of the universe walks. But our path should be clean and clear without any hindrances. Our path should be loving welcome. For the soul walks upon all paths. The soul walks not upon a line, neither does it grow like a reed. The soul unfolds itself like a lotus of countless people. You will have to become accustomed to Khalil Gibran rising high towards the star and falling down back to the earth. And he is making statements which make my argument absolutely clear. He has wings not strong enough. He has insight, but not something absolute. He has glimpses, but very fleeting. Once in a while, he almost becomes a mystic, but only once in a while. Otherwise, he falls back to his habitual style of life, the life of a poet. He is a mixture, a divided soul himself. is such a beautiful statement and so profound that any Gautam Buddha is bound to agree with this. The soul walks not upon a line. It is freedom. Neither does it grow like a reed. The soul unfolds itself like a lotus of countless petals. True, very true. But how you are going to manage your soul to unfold in countless petals? About that, he says nothing. Because he knows nothing. But he is certainly a genius that without knowing, without experiencing, sometimes he comes so close to the experience that it is very easy for those who have never moved in depth and height to be convinced that this is a man who knows himself. He could have known, but rather than going to America, he should have come to India or to Japan, where there are people who understand not intellectually only, but from their very roots. When I was arrested in America, thousands and thousands of telegrams and telexes and telephones started coming to the jailer. The first man to call was a Zen master from Japan, making it clear in his statement that you cannot understand the man you have arrested. In our monastery, we are teaching Zen through his books. And Zen is a Japanese phenomenon. But we don't have books comparable to his interpretations. The sheriff of the jail brought the telegram to show me. I had no idea that a Zen master, well recognized as a man of self-realization, and has thousands of people in his monastery, and from all over the world people go to meditate there, was the first man to inform the jailer and the President of America But you don't have the eyes or the experience to understand that man. Don't harass him. It is beyond your capacity. You don't know even the meaning of meditation. America became a calamity to Khalil Gibran, a man of such potential must have moved deeper towards the east. And he would not be then just a poet. He would have been recognized as one of the greatest enlightened men of human history.
Yes, sir.